Hi guys, we're Tim and Sandy and of course Pablo, and we love travelling around in our 2004 converted Mercedes Sprinter. We have decided to compile a Scenic Rim series for you, which covers quite a lot of southeast Queensland national parks. This week we stumble across an interesting campsite.
I wouldn't want to be walking over here at night.
We didn't have the best luck with weather.
It's raining.
The wheels were skidding right at the top. We talked to you about some changes, and we trekked the hardest walk we've ever done.
I'm just terrified of falling over and breaking an ankle. In rock climbing without a harness.
Trail just ran out.
Welcome to our channel, The Sandvan.
Good afternoon, everyone. So this week we're at Lake Moogerah, and I've done a vlog about this previously, but we're staying somewhere different. I'm a little bit disappointed though. I really wanted to take you guys to the Lincoln bomber crash, so I'm going to get some help from Tim because I can't remember all these names. And it's near Mount Superbus. But unfortunately this the last few days have been a little bit rainy, as you've seen on our last vlog as well. So we're just trying to get the best out of our days out at the Scenic Rim, which is not hard. I mean, it's very scenic out here, hence the name. So we're at Yarramalong bush camping. So last time we were at Lake Moogerah, we were at the caravan park. But at the moment it's a long weekend, and if you can imagine, every man and his best friend and kids are at the caravan park. We actually didn't know this existed. We drove past just on a whim and found it, and we just drove down. A little bit hairy, a little bit sketchy to get in, but this van, I swear, it should be a four-wheel drive with these BF Goodrich tyres on. It was amazing. We got through. The owners here weren't actually sure if we could make it, but she's impressed as well. So here we are at our campsite, and let's show you around. So this is our campsite for the night. It's actually not too bad. Under some trees, away from everybody, and you can hear the water in the background.
In the
Nice.
shadow of Mount Edwards.
There is a shadow, man. We'll get a bit of shot of that later. You see our van just behind us there. We're just going to go for a walk down to the river. She said that the Moogerah Dam banks have, not the banks have broken, is that right?
No, the dam, they've
overspilled it, is that right?
They just let the overspill go.
Yeah.
So
Hasn't been that much rain.
If it goes, we're not going to be here
We
very
will
long.
die. And we are the sandvan. But no, so it's flying a little bit heavier than normal. So we're going to go check it out. We can hear it and it's really pretty to listen to. I just want to go have a look. Almost dropped you, didn't though. And there you have it. Very short walk to the creek. I'm not too sure you can swim in here because you'd probably drown. With debris and stuff going around here at the moment. What do you reckon? Can you swim in here? I think the water hole is a little bit further up, she was saying. There was another camp spot, but there wasn't enough room for us, and she said there's a lot of kids and stuff.
Yeah,
that
we'll go up there in a minute and have a look.
Yeah, well, we'll show you what it's like up there. Actually, I want to have a look up there myself. So.
It'd be nice if it was sunny. You just have to put up with it being...
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's actually quite nice down here, but there's a lot of people camping right next to the water hole, which is nice. Not that we're not people, just we are friendly. You can approach us if you see us. But we just like a little quiet time, especially at a campsite. But as you can see, just behind the water hole there is Mount Edwards that we climbed a few months ago, actually, I think that was. Well, we might head back to our nice little haven. Oh, I haven't showed you where the toilets and the toilet blocks are. Let's go do that. We're just walking up to the shower block now. I'm not too sure about it. It's these times where I'm really glad we have our own shower and toilet.
They look a little bit murdery.
I wouldn't want to be walking over here at night. Cue deadly music now. This doesn't look any better. Oh my goodness. I want to go back to my van.
Just noticed there must be Jamaican origins here. Take nothing but photos. Leave nothing but footprints.
Oh, I can't go into the man's. I was about to open the door and walk in.
There's the women's there. I'm sure
What is this?
This is delightful.
Oh, no. I mean, if you needed them, fair play. They've got them. But let's just hope we don't have to go to the toilet. No coffee in the morning. No coffee in the morning. Can feel little spits of rain now, so I might go back, put our awning out so we're dry, and crack open a tea.
Crack a tea, yes.
Crack a tea.
And a fire.
While Tim is setting up outside, I'm going to make some tea. I think he's going to actually put some fairy lights from the van to the tree outside, which would be nice. And I may actually see if I can put this fire pit together. I know a couple episodes ago we bought a fire pit. We never actually used it because there was a fire pit already at the site. So I'm going to try and put it together if it doesn't rain, and we'll see how that goes. But first, tea.
Maybe just lovers, 'cause under the covers, baby, you're showing
Doesn't
no one can hear us. You're throwing the pillars through the floor. Now put your loving on me. Hey, loving on me. Maybe.
I actually don't think that I'll get the fire pit out today. It's just started raining. So we're just going to sit here and enjoy our drinks, and we might start dinner soon because amazingly it just turned 5 o'clock. I don't know where that time went today, but we'll start dinner shortly. So it is now nighttime, as you can plainly see from behind me. Tim is going to cook some dinner tonight. We're going to have some bolognese again. It's just an easy dinner to have when you're out and about, and some veggies as well I think we're having tonight.
Yes.
Some broccoli, like those trees that we said earlier. You know, not asparagus trees, broccoli trees. So, Timothy, how do you find being chef this evening?
Same as when I'm normally chef in the evenings.
Oh, are you
I said when
assuming that
I'm
you
normally chef.
normally cook, is it?
No.
You're trying to tell the viewers that you cook all the time.
No. I cook a lot, but I don't cook all the time.
Because he'd be lying if he said he cooked all the time. Looking good? Looking good. So what do you reckon is going to happen
smells
tomorrow?
amazing.
What do you reckon happens from tomorrow? Is it going to rain or?
You never know. It's like it says it's going to rain, and then it just totally goes round it.
So tomorrow we're planning to go on a hike. Maybe, if it's not torrential rain, we're going to go to Mount Greville or Greville. And previous vlogs I have said this to be a hard walk. Now I'm going to give it a go because I think we're quite fit. And the moderate walks we've been on, we've been able to do. I mean, it was a little bit of a struggle, but we were able to do it. So I'm thinking we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think we will.
So we're going to try a hard walk, and the views up here are going to be spectacular.
There's ladders to climb.
There is
Quite-
the reason why it's a hard walk is because there's the ladder and chains and all sorts of stuff to try and get you up. Wow. I'm going by Tasmania. I haven't seen our Tasmanian series. Please have a look at our Tasmanian series where we do a hike to Mount Marion Lookout at Cradle Mountain. That was fantastic. But we will have dinner now, head to bed, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye. Good morning all. So we had big plans today to go on a hike and maybe use the lake and all that sort of stuff. But I don't know if you can hear. It's raining. So we're just packed up and we're gonna leave the campsite, as treacherous as the way out is, and I think we're gonna wait till the rain passes because we've got an app that shows us a radar. We can see how well the rain's passing and all that sort of stuff. So I think it's going to pass in about an hour. So what we're going to do is drive to, I think, the start of the track, shall we?
Trailhead, yeah.
and hopefully rain would have passed, and as soon as the rain passes we're going to head up. And it's going to be a little bit dangerous because it is a bit wet, but we'll give it a go, and if it gets too much we can come back, you know. Tell you what, that van's pretty tough. I can't get the roughness on camera, but there'll be more. Well, we finally got to the start of the track. If you saw in the drone footage, I don't know if it was, I think it might have been a bit too far away, but the wheels were skidding right at the top. A little bit of a hairy moment. So it is still raining and we're just going to sit here and wait for it to pass. I can't see the rain radar because we've got no service here. But from memory, I think it's going to pass in the next half an hour or so. So that'll be good. So we've had I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about our conversion at the back. We've had a chat and I think, or we think,
Yeah.
I think, we
And
should,
based on your suggestions.
we should do a U-shape at the back and take out the pantry. Wait, let's just show you at the back. So I just need to get rid of this viewfinder because sometimes I'm just as bad as Tim and I look directly into it. So what we're thinking of doing is making a U-shape with the van out the back, taking out the cupboards and actually getting rid of this pantry well, not altogether, sort of halving it down here so it opens up the van a lot more. We've done a little program on VanSpace 3D, if anyone knows of that one. It's a little bit hard to maneuver, but we managed to pull something together. Apologies for the amateurness. Is that even a word?
Yeah, and also apologies for the actual van itself. We couldn't actually get the same van as us. It's still a Mercedes-Benz, but it's the dimensions are slightly different. So it's just more of a visualization or a visual representation of our ideas, and we'd be interested to see what you think of it.
Yeah, we haven't actually started changing anything yet because we still want to get your suggestions coming through and seeing what vans you guys have as well. But I think it would just open up the van in a whole new way. We've also got windows at the side as well on each side. We were going to put just one in, but now we've decided to put two in.
Yes, definitely. 'Cause we get more light, we get cross ventilation, and it works so much better for us as well. The U-shape style system for us would work really well because it also gives us a small garage in the back, but we still get that whole thing that flows all the way through, and we get that extra floor space for Pablo.
We're also playing with the idea of having a little extendable deck out the back. I don't know if you've seen Max and Oki's van. They've got an actual long one that comes out right down the middle. We're actually thinking of doing something a little bit smaller and for the length of the van.
More of a short one so that you can sit on the back box looking out, and you've got somewhere to put your feet instead of dangling down like a small child. And somewhere for Pablo to sit while we're there, because he likes to sit at our feet.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes, but yeah. Now we're just got to wait for this rain to pass. But I don't have any service to see the radar, so I'm just going to sit and look out the window. Old-fashioned way. So this rain isn't letting up this morning, so we are going to take a drive, or we are driving, to a little cafe and we might have some scones and tea. Right near Lake Moogerah, there's, actually the dam wall, there is a nice little cafe there. So we're going to just go there for a little bit and see if we can get some service as well to check the weather. like the rain is actually stopped now, so we are going to head off on this hike, and hopefully there's a view at the end and there's not clouds, because sometimes that can happen. But anyway, we're going to make some sandwiches and head off. So this hike I think is going to be very slippery and very muddy, and so far we've just gone straight up, which is normal, but it's a bit slipperier than normal, so sticks becoming very handy.
Very cash, walking with one hand in your pocket. So you have a choice of ways to go up this walk, but the recommended way is to go via Waterfall Gorge first, because then you're climbing up ladders and not down ladders, which is a bit easier. And then we'll be returning via Palm Gorge. Bit of a late start for us. Well, you obviously know why, because of the weather. But normally we like to get on the trail about 7 in the morning. So it's not too warm, but it's now 11:30. So we might actually get to the top for a late lunch. And hopefully we give you lunch with a view, because we haven't done one of those for a while. Track's a bit steep at the moment and a little bit slippery, so hopefully it's going to improve a bit as we go along, because we're just in the foothills at the moment.
Oh, that's very slippery.
This is quite slippery.
Yay for the sticks!
They're very, very handy. Good sticks, these. They've even got little shock absorbers in them. Little trees having a rest. Must have come down in the recent storms. But it's no excuse. We have to carry on. We'll not block our way. It's definitely classed as difficult. I can see why. It's very steep. It's very loose rocks, very uneven, and it's almost straight up. It's not like the other ones we've done where you're going side to side, crisscross across the mountainside. This one wants to go straight, but it is giving us some nice views. Not sure where this waterfall is. We're meant to be at Waterfall Gorge soon. I can hear water. Yeah, must mean we're close.
Well, I've just walked out to the edge of a little cliff face, I guess you could call it, and I'm looking over some waterfalls and a beautiful gorge. Nice trickling water and nice rock faces. Very nice.
Descending into the gorge.
Oh, it's definitely not, it was playing hard at this one.
Glad we got the sticks today. Actually using them.
But look where we came from. Look behind me. Very, very steep. But very pretty waterfall.
It's like the Lost Valley of Jurassic Park.
There's so many loose rocks, and Tim just lost the end of the stick, but we found it, but
I think the problem is, it's like what looks like a big solid rock, they move as soon as you stand on them, so you've got to be careful.
yeah, you could take it super slow, right?
Don't trust that the big rocks are safe.
No. I'm just terrified of falling over and breaking an ankle and having to get out of here somehow.
Yeah. Like I said, it'd be terrible for me to leave it behind, but you know, it'd be something to do. Just to save my life.
They'll push you off the cliff.
This is meant to be the easy way. Anyway.
We're professionals.
And Sandy's the scale here to give you an idea how big this tree is.
It's all hollowed out. It's huge.
It just goes all the way to the cliff top. Now the sun's starting to come out. It's actually starting to look really gorgeous here.
Treacherous, I tell you.
It's dangerous, I say.
Definitely one of the harder walks we've done. Actually, the hardest walk we've done. I'll try and do this and record at the same time, but I don't know if I'll be able to. It's quite steep in places, as you've seen. I might need 2 hands. Found a new purpose for the sticks.
Yeah, I'd say this was hard. And it's wet as well.
Says if we've been rock climbing without a harness, the answer is now yes we have. I'm not sure if you can actually get the perspective behind me there, but that is a cliff face, and we have to climb it, or else how are we going to get out of here? I think that bit scared both of us a little bit, but we're right at the top. You can take the stick for me. And it's such a nice view up here. Beautiful gorge, beautiful view, and the sound of trickling water. We're just going to sit here and stop our nerves for a bit. I was shaking. I smashed my finger and Tim fell a little bit as well trying to get to me. But anyway, we're okay. But yeah, beautiful.
So we climbed up all that steep bit and the trail just ran out. So we're not going to do anything risky. We're going to head back down. It's scary.
We didn't make it!
I don't know if we actually went up the right trail, but it was a good trail all the way up to here and then it just stopped. It seemed to be like a trail to a rock climbing section, but maybe we just took the wrong route. But it is very easy to get lost on a mountain, especially in a jungle like this. So we're going to spend the next hour getting back down that gorge. It's going to be great.
Fun.
Coming down the mountain again.
Yeah, it's a bit treacherous coming back. I reckon we went the wrong way, as we got some service a little bit and the All Trails track was slightly to the right of where we were. So I think we're actually on the mountain climbers. Because when we got round to the cliff, there was actually carabiners all the way down the cliff. So I think we definitely went the wrong way. And I'm glad we're turning back now.
Very scary for us. It
Very
may not
scary.
seem it across on camera, but we was like, I think
We
this
didn't
could be
video
the end of
when
our careers here.
When we were crying, we didn't video that.
Yeah. We cried, we sobbed, we had something to eat, and then we were fine. Power of a cup of tea. Although we didn't have tea.
We didn't have tea,
anyway.
but the thought of tea.
The thought of tea, getting back to the van.
I think the sticks gave us extra confidence that we normally wouldn't have, because it actually helps you do stuff that you normally wouldn't be able to do without a little bit of help. So, is sticks a good idea or a bad idea? I mean, it does help in situations like this, but we wouldn't have been in a situation like this if we didn't have them in the first place. I'm grateful for them right now. So we are out of the steep gorge now, and we're on the downhill steep track to get back to the van. We're okay. We're a little nerved, but that'll teach us to do hard trails. I don't think we're ready for it.
We'll research them better.
Yeah, we'll have to research them a little bit better, but at least we had the sense to turn around, albeit a bit late.
Yeah, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, there's also rain coming, and we're losing light, but we're going to get back fine. So we'll see you back at the van. Thanks for watching our episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you're glad that we're alive, like we are.
Otherwise you wouldn't be watching this.
We just read the reviews as we were back in the van, and we probably should have read them and trusted them a little bit more.
We should have read deeper.
Yeah.
The first couple are like, it's okay, you can do it in flip-flops. No.
Some of them are saying that it's supposed to, it says it's a 3-hour walk. Some people saying they've done the loop in 8 hours. Now, we wouldn't have made it back in time for dark if we kept going. So, yeah, we didn't download a map either. We should have downloaded a map because there's no service in there. So we didn't really know where we were going. But anyway, you
can see how easy it is for people to get hurt.
Yeah, it is. I'm so glad we have our ankles and knees intact. But yeah, thank you for watching our episode, and please hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see us climb actual
easy mountains.
moderate walks, and actually make it to the summit. Please flick us a thumbs up, and
always leave a comment, even if it's an emoji or a smile. Just let us know that you're there, and we love you always, our little sandlings.
We will see you next week.